There's a little hack that the electric company is not going to tell you about when you buy raw land and need to have power brought to it. I bought 6.74 acres of raw land back in 2023 and I had to have electricity brought to it from one of my neighbors. Before somebody says to me, why don't you do solar? We do not get sun here 6 months out of the year and I have a pretty large 3,000 square foot structure behind me that I need powered. No hate to solar, it just wasn't going to work here. Raw land is going to be way cheaper than land that already has its utilities plugged in. So I went ahead and bought land that only had a well. It did not have electricity or a septic tank. So I knew I had to have the electricity brought in. I had to tie in, it's called, into the closest pole to you, into one of your neighbor's poles. I didn't know this at the time and I got incredibly lucky because I didn't know this, but I'm going to tell you guys so that you know this. There is a footage minimum with every electric provision company in which tying into your neighbor's pole will be free. For me, with National Grid here in Saratoga County, New York, that footage was 500 feet. Tying into my neighbor's pole ended up being 450 feet away from my pole, which means the tying in, the utility poles, all of that was free. They covered it. I had to pay an electrician to bring the electricity into my barn. I actually used an Amish electrician. If it had been 1 foot over 500 feet, I would have had to foot the bill and it stacks up quickly into the tens of thousands. I would have had to pay for the pole, all of it. They're not going to tell you this footage minimum. They're not going to offer this information to you freely on the phone. They're not going to go, hey, welcome to the neighborhood. By the way, we love to cover electric installation if it's X feet. When you are thinking about buying your land for your homestead, for your community, wherever it might be, call up the electric provision company or companies in the area. I hope you have more than one to choose from. We are stuck with a monopoly here. Ask them what this footage minimum is going to be. You can also get one of those wheeling measurers to measure the distance yourself if you want to just be sure, because trust me, you want to be under this footage minimum, or if the land is not under that footage minimum, I would find new land. Also took them 6 months to actually do it.